I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Lenny Gale. I'll talk more about me in a minute. So, it's the last talk of the day, or the weekend, or whatever, the whole conference, and I do this at all my talks, and it's a little cheesy, but I want everyone to stand up. We're going to get a little warmed up, stretch a little bit. Everyone get up. I know it's been a long weekend. We're going to stand up together. We're going to stand up. These guys know what we're doing. Jumping jacks will work, but here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to stretch. So with me, we're going to put both of our hands in the air, and we're going to lean to the right. I'll go this way, okay? And we're going to take 3 deep breaths, all right? With me, ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel it right here on the side. Breathe in. Breathe out. That's nice, right? Feels good. All right, we're going to do the other side. To the left. On 3. Breathe. 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Oh, okay. Feels good. Feels good. We can feel it on the sides. Blood's moving. All right, everyone can sit down. Sit down, relax. So the second thing I like to do to warm up, and we're going to kind of do the same thing, but this time we're not going to be standing, we're not going to have our hands in the air, and we're going to close our eyes. So together, we're going to take 3 of the deepest breaths we've taken all day. So put your hands on your lap, and close your eyes, and with me, take 3 of the deepest breaths we've taken all day. Ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now slowly open your eyes. Let your vision come back into focus. And feel good because you just did yoga and meditation. Give yourself a round of applause. That's great. All right. That's good. All right. Now we're warmed up. And I'm a little less nervous. We're feeling good. Okay. A couple notes. I have some notes. Let's see. I have notes here somewhere. They're fake notes. I just need a note thing to hold. First of all, I want to tell you all, I am a CPA. I'm a certified public accountant. I'm registered as a certified public accountant. So I'm telling you this because first of all, I want you to trust me. CPAs are trustworthy. They take an ethics exam and all that. So trust me. But second of all, I want you to know that I'm a dork, huge dork. I went to school and studied accounting, a CPA, debits and credits, and taxes. That's so dorky, really. And if you don't believe me, watch as I take these notes, my fake notes, and I shake them up. That's gone. It's magic. That's so dorky. I like magic. Come on. It's just that's so dorky. Magic and accounting and that stuff. Okay. So I'm a dork. I know it. I know I'm not cool. And those are the notes. I want you to know that. Those are the notes. Okay. Roll call. Before I do talks like this, I like to see who's here. On the WordCamp Orlando website, there's a list of every single attendee. Who you are, your Twitter handle, your website, pictures. I looked at every one of you, and you all are doing amazing things. So I want to know, first of all, the designers. Raise your hand if you're a designer. Just a few? Okay. Designers, leave your hand up. I want to talk to you guys individually. What you guys do is amazing. I am in awe of the pixels and the color schemes and the balance, and I'm probably not even talking your exact language, but I value what you do, and we all appreciate what you do. So I thank you, and we all thank you. You can put your hands down if you haven't already. Who else? Are there any developers here at WordCamp? Probably a couple. Raise your hand if you're a developer. Raise them high. Okay. Developers. What you guys do seriously, the magic that you guys create with code and PHP and jQuery, and like I sat in on a couple of these that was so foreign to me. It's amazing. I appreciate that so much because I don't understand it. I appreciate you. We all appreciate you. This whole community. Thank you. Who else is here? Are there any marketers? I know there's a lot of marketers here. And I think, raise your hand if you're a marketer. And it's okay if some of you identify with more than one role. Okay? Some of us are kind of a little bit of everything. Marketers, oh my God, like everything. Right? You guys do it all. Like branding and email marketing and social media. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Marketers, you can put your hands down. What about, are there any bloggers here? Yeah, there's a lot of bloggers here. I'm kind of a blogger. I write a blog. We do like a little bit of everything, right? And so we can we get that. We get what everyone else does. And I have one more. Is anyone like in sale? Like, do anyone sell like a product or a service? Okay. What's that? Business owner. You sell a product, you sell your service, you're a business owner. A lot of us. What you guys do to put your neck out there and say, this is what I do, buy it. Give me money. That's so frightening. I can't even tell you how awesome that is. Seriously, I appreciate just putting yourself out there and selling your stuff. So that is awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you, and we all appreciate that stuff. Did I miss anyone? Does anyone not identify with any of those things that I said? Yeah.
Total noob to all of this.
A newbie, yeah, like just a student to all this. And that is, everyone started where you are right now. And that's what's so beautiful about this community is the welcomeness and the culture of giving. And so we appreciate you and what you're doing today and what you will be doing tomorrow. So thank you. I guess the last one with roll call is me. I said my name already. It's Lenny Gale. Really briefly, my story is I was a CPA consultant. I left that in 2012 to start a health and wellness blog. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the topic at hand, and that's performance. I'm passionate about performance and productivity and energy. And I'm passionate about life. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. All right? You guys ready to get to work? Okay. Let's get to work. Okay. So our work. We're designers, we're developers, we're marketers, we sell our things. Guys, I say this I keep hitting the microphone. From the bottom of my heart, we are so lucky to be doing what we love, what we're good at, what we're passionate about. Right? That's amazing. Think about how awesome that is. None of us work for the man, really. But with our work comes a ton of responsibility, right? There's so many things we have to do. Raise your hand if you are a part of a small team. Raise your hand if you work in a small team, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, even up to 10 people. That's like 75% of us in here. We have to deal with what? We're working on Basecamp or some other project management tool, Asana, Trello. We're working with clients, right? Scoping out work and testing. So many things to get our projects done, right? There are so many responsibilities that we have, right? I'm seeing heads nodding. What about those of us that work by ourselves? Raise your hand if you're a solopreneur. You are a one-man show. I am. Okay, keep your hand up. We do all of those things that the small teams do, but more, right? You got to do everything. You got to do the marketing and the bookkeeping and web administration. You do it all. We wear 1,000 hats. And the list goes on and on. There are so many things. It doesn't matter if you're a solo entrepreneur, if you work in a small team, and it doesn't matter if you work remotely or you actually go into an office. Guys, there are so many responsibilities that we have, and the list never ends, right? The list never ends. Buying and selling and promotions and marketing and SEO. All of these things, you guys, I call them knockers.
What do you call them?
No, not those kind of knockers. Whoever said that up there. These are not the good knockers. These are bad knockers, right? The knockers. They're constantly in our head, asking for our attention, right from the second we get up in the morning. Think with me, what are the things that are knocking the loudest for you? Is it on this list? Is it marketing? Is it your clients? Is it emails that you're getting? Is it SEO? It seems like we're never doing enough, and there's never enough time, okay? So, hold on to that thought of the knockers, all right? Okay? Hold on to that thought and think about the things that are knocking the loudest for you. And we'll let that sink in, okay? So let's have some fun, all right? So, I have a question. Who in here likes elephants? Raise your hand if you like elephants. Come on, who doesn't like elephants? All right. We're going to do a little demonstration, and I'm going to get the help of Taylor and Adam, Susie. I call him Dr. Seuss. Come on up here. We're gonna talk about elephants, okay? Elephants. They're like really awesome, beautiful creatures. And they're smart, and they're big and strong. Okay. All right. So Taylor, I want you to stand over here. And Adam, this is Adam. So we're going to talk about elephants, okay? So Taylor is going to do an impression of an elephant for us, right?
Right now?
Yeah, he doesn't know. He's very surprised. He has no idea what's going on, I promise. But here's the scene, Taylor. You are an elephant, and you are outside in an oasis, and you're with your friends, and you're about to go swimming in some stream. Okay? So you're outside, you're with your friends, and you're about to go swimming, and you're an elephant.
Okay.
Go.
Like act it out?
Yeah, you're an elephant. You're happy.
Okay, of course.
Right, yeah, he's moving around. Yes! Right. That's a happy elephant noise. Yeah, that's an amazing elephant noise. That was great. That was awesome. Now, that's right. Now, Mr. Elephant, I want you to now do an impression of an elephant, but here's the difference. Here's the scene. You are chained by the leg. I know, it's really sad. You haven't seen your friends in weeks, and you didn't have breakfast this morning. Or let's say you haven't eaten in a month, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you're malnourished.
An elephant that hasn't eaten in a month.
You're chained by the leg, and you haven't eaten, and you haven't seen your friends. Yes! It's sad. He's kicking, and he's making noises, right? Those are angry elephant noises, okay? Elephants are very emotional creatures, and they're big and they're strong, right?
Okay.
That's an elephant, and they react, and they're very special creatures, okay? That's the elephant. Now, thank you, Mr. Elephant. Give Taylor a round of applause. That was awesome. Okay. Now, Adam, you are the rider of this elephant. Right? Right. Your job, you have two jobs. The first is to ride the elephant. He says no. What do you say?
Yes.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I said so.
Because you said so. Because that is your job.
Exactly.
You will do your job.
I'm supposed to ride the elephant.
That's
Therefore, elephant, you have to let me ride you.
Right. But like, you want him to be a happy elephant.
Yes.
Otherwise, he's going to be a pain in the butt to ride, right?
Literally.
Literally. He's huge. He's huge. So you are a rational rider. You ride the elephant, and you are a rational decision maker. Perfect. Now, people, I'll flip to the next slide now. These two characters right here, the elephant and the rider, these two characters are in our brain. These are the things that control our brain throughout the day, every day. And we're going to talk about them in a minute in detail. But first, let's give these two a big round of applause. Good job. Thank you. Good job. You can go sit down. Thank you. Get a sip of water. So the elephant and the rider. First of all, I need to say that these characters, the idea of the elephant and the rider, are from a book called Switch. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. You can find it on my website, on the sidebar. I tell everyone to read it. Okay? I didn't come up with this, but I use it all the time. Okay. So the elephant and the rider is in our brain. And let's talk about each of them individually, okay? Over here we have the elephant. We saw this elephant is emotional. This elephant is strong, big and strong. And this elephant has, if this elephant has a goal, something it's trying to achieve, it needs guidance. Elephants they're smart creatures, right? But they're primal. And without guidance, what do they want? Eat, sleep, frolic with their friends. That's all they want. But with the right guidance, their energy and their power can be harnessed to do some amazing things because they're so emotional and strong, right? Elephant. So that's the emotional elephant. This other guy, this rider, the rider of the elephant, is small and weak and is the decision maker and provides guidance to the elephant. So 2 jobs: rides the elephant, makes decisions, okay? The rider is the one that is doing things all day, handling the knockers, right? Who handles the knockers? Remember the knockers? All the things that we have to deal with, the knockers. Right? It's the rider that makes these decisions and prioritizes and handles the complex tasks that we do. That's a big job. But it also has to guide this huge creature, the elephant. The elephant and the rider. And so together, again, look at them side by side. These are the 2 things in your brain. This is what you're dealing with every day. The guy over here, the rider, the elephant, wants to sit on the couch and eat potato chips after work, right? And the rider is tired, okay? The elephant and the rider are in our brain. Okay? Elephant and the rider. And the rider handles the knockers, right? Okay, that's what I want to sink in right now. So, with that, I take a really small break and tell you my story. I was awesome at my job back in the day. I was a CPA consultant. I traveled around the country and I built financial models. They weren't WordPress models, but in my work, I did the things that we all do today, in a sense. I developed the code to get the numbers in to equal the numbers out. I did a little developing, right? I did some designing, putting together these reports, these beautiful reports for board of directors and CFOs. And then I had to do marketing to say, hey, look what I did, be happy with it, and go find new work, okay? So I was in client services, and I was really good at my job. Clients loved me, okay? I would get up immediately in the morning and take their emails. I would fix any problem. I was so good. They loved me. Clients loved me. But guys, I did not love myself. Look at this guy. That's real. That's what happens. Right? I was a contractor. I was doing client services. I hated myself. So what did I do? I was doing everything that you guys do. I felt the pressure of waking up immediately in the morning and checking email and looking at my agenda and taking phone calls. Guys, I was there. So what did I do? Well, I found myself in this cycle. It was beer. And here's the problem. I was getting less and less productive. My energy was draining, and my performance was turning into crap. This cycle was on and on and on and on and on. I was stuck. So what's a guy to do? I just left. I got out of town. I went overseas. I traveled. I found myself, right? I went off the grid. It was great. I didn't have any clients. I didn't have any emails, no phone calls, nothing. It was amazing. I got energy, I got product, whatever. But that's not a long-term solution, right? You can't just do this. You can't just leave. We have lives. We have families, and we got to save for college, whatever. This is not a long-term solution, just going off the grid. So what is a long-term solution to dealing with these knockers? We're almost there, okay? I promise, we're almost there. Now, just take a quick break and let me ask a question. How many of us, raise your hand if you brushed your teeth this morning? Yeah, all of us, right? Hopefully most of us. It was a long night. This guy's like, I don't remember, I don't know. So I picked on you. You're in front. Can I ask you a few questions about brushing your teeth?
Sure.
I'll be nice. I promise. How did you decide to brush your teeth this morning?
Just kind of automatic, getting ready to go.
It was automatic, exactly. This is JD, by the way. Give JD a round of applause. Okay. It was automatic. Second question. How did you brush your teeth this morning? What were the steps?
Put toothpaste on the toothbrush, then put toothbrush in mouth, go and make a back and forth and up and down motion.
That's pretty good. He had a pretty detailed explanation. Toothpaste, toothbrush in mouth, up and down motion, circles. Okay, that's pretty good. But you probably didn't really think about that process when you were doing it, right?
Not really.
You kind of just did it. It was automated, right? Mm-hmm. And the last question, JD, why did you brush your teeth this morning?
Because I didn't want bad breath.
You just want bad breath, right? You're a civilized, hygienic, good human being.
I think so.
You like to think so. Nobody likes okay, so perfect. People, brushing your teeth, thank you, JD. Brushing your teeth is the perfect example of a ritual that we do every day. These rituals are automated, like JD said. You just did it. They're automatic. They're automated in that you don't think about it. They're automatic in that you don't decide. And they're based on a strongly held value. JD says, I'm a clean, civilized human being. I brush my teeth. I don't have to think about it, right? So these rituals, if you think back to when we were talking about the elephant and the rider, who are these rituals for? The rider? Yeah, well, they are for the rider. And the elephant? They're kind of for both, right? Here's why. Why are they for the elephant? Well, yeah. They're for the elephant because the elephant is primal. The elephant likes to have clean teeth, in this example with brushing your teeth. The elephant likes to also be liked by his friends, right? Elephants lose friends when they have bad breath, okay? So they are for the elephant, and they're for the rider too. Why? Because, as you say, they're for the rider because they're automatic. And the rider is not having to make decisions, thinking through the process, using that limited amount of capacity to decide or figure it out or say, oh, is this something I should be doing because of who I am? Is this one of my values? Okay? It's for the elephant and they're for the rider. These rituals. So what happens? What happens when we hear the knock? The knockers, right? You tell the knockers, do not disturb, right? During these rituals, when we're doing things for ourselves, you say, hey, I will get to you in a minute. Here's an example. You get up in the morning and you make breakfast. This is not time to be checking Twitter, right? At lunch, when we're going for a walk or just getting some fresh air, this is not a time to take a phone call from a client. And when you're out to dinner with your person, you're enjoying a glass of wine, this is not time to check email. Guys, during these rituals, when we're taking care of ourselves, and you hear the knockers, what do you say? Do not disturb. That's right. So why? What do we get? Well, it's energizing, people. It is so energizing to say, hey, to these things that are coming and all the responsibilities, I'm going to take a break. The rider gets a break, and it's relaxing, you're energizing, you're ready. What else? It's motivating. I'm ready to go back to work. How do you feel after a nice long vacation? You're ready to go work again. These are mini vacations, these rituals. Okay? And then finally, these rituals, they can enhance your productivity. This is legit. There's studies on this, that during these complex tasks, we make less errors when we're able to perform these rituals. We're going to make less mistakes when we're coding, when we're designing, and we're doing our marketing work and selling. Less errors means more productive. Now, I want to take one step back and say one thing. When we're saying do not disturb, you have to be confident that, think about someone that's coming to your door and is knocking, right? They might not get the point right away when you show them the sign. They might not get the message right away. They might keep knocking. But eventually they'll get the point. And so you have to have the confidence to be able to say, hey, I will get to you later, even though they might keep coming back into your brain. And eventually they'll get the point and they'll fade away, and they'll realize that you will address them when you're ready, when you're done with your rituals, okay? So, when can we do these rituals? I alluded to it. Before work, okay? Before work, I go through a whole morning routine. I get up, I have breakfast, I do yoga and meditation, and I get cleaned up. I have a whole routine. And it all happens before I check my email, I check my agenda, I check social media. So that's before work. That's the omelet I make every morning. It's amazing. Avocado. During work, my ritual is I leave during lunch. I don't have to go far. That's my dog. She's not like having the best time, but she's just getting some fresh air and breathing, right? I'm not doing anything else but just getting some fresh air during work. There's a million different things you can do during work. That's not a responsibility for work. And then after work, I hang with my friends, right? All my friends are dogs. That's cool. I'm a dork, whatever. Right? And I'm not dealing with all the other stuff. I'm just being there. I'm being present, and I'm enjoying life. Because I know that I'll be able to get back to the things that I need to take care of when I'm done, right? Before work, during work, and after work. Let that sink in. So guys, here's my challenge to you. Start to address these knockers, okay? But you can begin small and start in the morning. Whether it's like getting out of bed and doing 15 push-ups, or going to make breakfast, or just going on a long walk with your spouse, your dog, short walk even is fine. Do something that's for you, that's going to get your day started on the right foot. And people, don't do email beforehand, right? Don't do social media and Twitter before. And don't check your agenda before. Wait, that stuff will be there when you're done. Nothing's going to change. The impact of doing these rituals without interruption is profound. Okay? It's amazing. Amazing. Okay. So I like to do this at the end. And you guys saw that picture of my former self, that angry jerk guy, overworked. So I like to give advice to my former self. And I'm going to do that over here. I'm going to talk right here to this guy right here. So the first piece of advice to my former self, there's no such thing as a client emergency. There's not. And if there is, they can just call 911. Like, that's it. Okay, that's thing one, piece of advice. And thing two, self, you got to know, hard work is like a drug. And it's addicting. And you get paid for it. So it's super addicting. But nobody likes a drug addict. So put it down. Enough. Right? And that's advice to my former self. And this last one, this is also advice to my former self, but this is advice to everyone. People, love yourself and love your life. And don't be afraid to say, do not disturb. Thanks. So that's it. Who has questions? Like, no, I don't want to know anything else. I want to go home. All right. That's great. That's totally cool. Yeah, question.
When did you decide to get this new Lenny versus the old and away from the old Lenny?
It was, so that picture, so it was when I went away. When I went away overseas and I said, I need to make a change.
How long ago?
That was 3 years ago. And so sort of like the transformation process was about a year. So it took about a year to change the way that I ate, change my priorities, change my perspective. And so that's the key is it doesn't happen overnight. People will tell you that, oh, if you do these things, your life's going to change overnight. It doesn't. It takes a lot of time and a lot of discipline and a lot of perseverance. But you have to have the confidence to know that little wins, like having a morning ritual, even if it's small, will just set you off on a new path of life. I get the chills thinking about it. It's awesome. Yeah.
What's next for you?
What's next for me? What do you mean?
I mean, obviously, you just gave a presentation about this. You told us about what's happened to you just now.
Yeah.
For years.
Yeah.
What direction are you heading in now?
Obviously, comedian gig.
I do 3 things. I speak like this. I write on a blog, and I live in real life and on a blog. And that's what's next for me. And I'm really happy with just doing that. Nothing else makes me happier than doing this. And so helping people change their perspective and sharing my story and motivating and inspiring, that's what's next. You just witnessed it. Good question. Thank you. What else? That's it. Time to go home, right? All right. Get in touch, guys. I like hearing from all of you. Thank you.